Hello and welcome to the second part of our three-part video series. And this is the analysis of the characters and the themes of Bram Stoker's Dracula. So let's start with the themes. So we see life, death, and the undead in the film, which we can actually call those are the main themes of the film. Dracula is an undead creature. He sleeps during daylight and he wakes at night. He does not eat, he just drinks blood, etc. In other words, he is a prisoner in his body. And we also see that Lucy's death and the coming back to life, etc. And the other is religion and science. We see that Van Helsing tries to destroy the vampires with Christianity, and he makes it with the medicine. So, and lastly, we have love and sexual purity. We see when Dracula attacks his prey, there is a sexual approach in his manners, and every character has a romantic relationship with each other. Characters. So, we have our dear Count Dracula. As I said, Count is an undead creature. Normally, one hates those creatures, but Dracula has a sympathy that makes one to think, like one can like him. And for example, I don't see him as evil, but I couldn't decide if he isn't good or evil, because we can't say that he is evil just because of that he is a vampire. So Dracula sacrificed himself for his love, and he lived and lives for her. And so we actually see that he's an emotional character, and the needs like sucking blood and attacking humans are essential to continue his life. But actually, the main purpose of his life is to find his Elzbieta, and he finds his Elzbieta, but it is not going to be good for him. Jonathan Harker. Jonathan Harker is an innocent prisoner in the castle of Dracula. He is a character who has been deceived and blinded by the pain of love. But in spite of that, we see that he is very strong. The character cannot be defeated in the face of any difficulties and do whatever he wants. So that he escaped from the castle. Even if he is shown to be strong, he still has a big dent in Dracula's side. As to me, he is very fragile, but I think it is just because of the things that he saw in the castle, and those things didn't good for his mental health. And Minnie Murray, the lover of Jonathan Harker. So she is the lover of Jonathan Harker. She is the main reason for everything that's happening. And she is a suitable Victorian woman who dresses up properly and marries according to the rules of Christianity. And Unlike Lucy, for her, physical beauty, which pays Mina the destiny of her friend to be made into Lucian's girl, she is not remarkable. She is a loyal wife to Jonathan Parker. But Dracula shows us that he can change anything on woman. She turns into a um, flirty and the desirable woman. Lucy Westenra, or flirty girl. So Lucy is an attractive girl who is out of the standards of a Victorian woman. I think she is the symbol of sexuality because of the behaviors and the men around her. So we see that Lucy uh, is a big threat to men and their tenuous self-control, and she must be killed because of that. And the death of Lucy brings her back to a more harmless state, fixing on her face a look of innocence that tells man that the world and its women are exactly as they need to be. Van Helsing, or vampire hunter. So, he is the mentor of Dr. Seward. He is an experienced doctor in the way of modern medicine, but he uses the knowledge of superstitions and folk remedies. Unlike other characters, he is more rational and solution oriented. He successfully destroys Lucy and Dracula and cures Mina, but in the last scene, we see him like other men falling for his sexual desires. And Arthur Holmwood. He is the fiance of Lucy. In the first video, I said that all of the characters has an equally in the film, but Arthur, of course, has a big impact on the film, but he is not that important, I guess. So, um, Lucy chooses him over those three men, and so Holmwood takes responsibilities and fight against Dracula because of the love of the Lucy. And so he even kills Lucy to end her pain. So thank you for listening.